The game is two truths and a lie.
True. So you've heard of it. You've heard of it.
Because babies play that at their birthday party.
Okay, whatever. It's a good game.
Two Truths and One Lie is on. We are live streaming right now on our Facebook and on our YouTube channels. Just look for Mercedes in the Morning. And maybe you can tell who the liar is just based on their facial expressions. Two of us are telling you the truth about something. One of us is lying. Can you identify the lie? This week, I am going to go first. I'll have 30 seconds on the clock to tell you my truth or my lie, and you get to decide what I'm doing. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, you ready?
Yes.
It starts now.
I was talking earlier about how I went out to dinner with mix artist JP Sachs. We play a couple of his songs, and we both ordered Korean noodle bowls. I think I just said that a couple of minutes ago. Well, when I took a bite of one, he said something that was so funny, and I kind of laughed, and like this part big of a noodle went flying and landed on his arm.
Oh no.
So embarrassing. At least it wasn't his face, it was just his arm, and he goes, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
Let me get that for you.
I was so embarrassed. I mean, it's just something that would happen to me, especially when meeting like a musical artist, and I couldn't come back. I go, what an idiot I am. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. But I could tell he's like, because later I saw him with the napkin rubbing his arms.
Trying to hide it.
Yeah, sometimes when you're talking and that spit flies out,
Yes.
you see it, and lands on someone, they don't say anything right away. When it landed on him, did he acknowledge like, did you point it out right away?
Well, he noticed it. We all noticed it because I actually thought it was a piece of spit, but then I was like, that's a long piece of spit, and it landed. It was like flop right on his arm. It was probably like, it wasn't a full noodle. It was just like a piece of a noodle. It's very embarrassing.
I see you such as a classy woman, Mercedes, especially while eating, but we all have those accidents. So it's like, I don't see that happening, but I also say, we're all human. It all happens.
Yeah, it was very embarrassing. So yeah, that is what happened to me last night. Am I telling the truth or am I lying? You be the judge. JC, you're up next. You ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Clock starts now. It's so funny. I remember odd dates, and May 29th was my senior prom, so the anniversary of that is coming up. And I did something really dumb that night. So it was dinner, it was a dance, and afterwards we went to an after party at a friend's house. It was supervised. We played like board games or something. And when the party was over, it was about midnight. I was taking my date home. She wasn't 16 yet, and I let her drive home. We're walking to my car, and she goes, "Can I drive?" And I'm like, I do anything to impress her. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So she got in the car. I was in the passenger side, and she drove home. It was probably about 25 minutes from the party to her house. And looking back, I'm like, that was pretty dumb.
Did you say, I don't know if I missed it, did you say she had her license?
She did not. She was just about to turn 16. I was
dang.
17, and so she was about to turn 16. So no permit, no driver's license. And there we are, just driving through town. We got on the highway, driving back to her house for about 20, 25 minutes.
Was this the first time she ever drove?
It's a good question. It was, I remember it being kind of loosey-goosey at some points, like, brake here, red light's coming
Going
up.
too fast.
Yeah, slow down.
Maybe she just practiced in a parking lot. So this was her first time on. Wait, what am I doing? You're lying. I'm justifying his story. No, I'm just kidding. Is JC telling the truth or is he lying on this one? Would he dare let someone else drive his car? We heard earlier that you let people drive your four-wheeler, so maybe
all this stuff. I was like,
sharing is caring. So what do you guys think? Let us know. All right, Steph, you are up next. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay,
start now.
I talked about how this weekend we're going to Disneyland. We're going to go on Saturday and Sunday with a 3-day weekend, but on Friday what we're actually going to do is I'm going to drive up to my mom's hometown because she is receiving an award. She's receiving it's like a leadership inspirational award at a gala for all the stuff she's done for the community, city council, does stuff for this lithium project that she's doing. She's doing tons of stuff for the community, and she's being recognized this Friday at a gala near her hometown.
I hope that's true. I could see that being true. Your mom does a lot for her community. What community does she live in?
So she lives in a small town called Calipatria, but the county is Imperial County.
Oh, please be true.
Right? I hope so. No, I'm kidding.
Is she, how long has she been doing that? Because I remember she and I are friends on social media. I remember when she was running for the position she's in, and she's like, vote for me. It's been like a couple of years, or
2020 is when she officially started like campaigning for stuff that she wanted to do for her town. But before that, she started working with like special eds programs and stuff like that. And that's kind of like what brought her into doing all the stuff she's doing today.
Well, what do you guys think? Are we just are we blowing things up and lying to your face, or are we telling you the truth? You decide. We're getting some social media posts here. Kelly says immediately JC is lying. JC loves his cars. I choose JC as the liar. Wendy says, didn't she say that last time about her mom?
I was going to say, Steph always has wonderful stories about your mom. Was it DC was the last one? She was in DC.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
This one says from Frank says, not sure today, but I will say the liar is Steph. Steph is the liar. Jay thinks I am lying. And on the text line, we're getting some. It says JC is definitely lying on this one. Mercedes is the liar. She would never spit food on someone. You don't know me. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Let's do it. Let's reveal the truth tellers and the liars. Truth teller number 1.
It's me. Mama's getting an award. Lots of driving this weekend, but so worth it. Excited to see family.
That's amazing. Take a ton of pictures. That's so cool.
And tell her we said congratulations too.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Will do.
All right. Truth teller number 2.
I would do anything to impress Claire during our senior prom. So yeah, she drove home about 25 minutes from the party to her house.
And that means I am the liar. Everything was true except me spitting a noodle on his arm. I did not do that. Thank goodness.
I'm kind of glad you're the liar this week, because then it would be kind of embarrassing.
It would have been horrifying. But at one point I did the spit thing. It was funny you mentioned that. I did see someone else at the table have that happen to them. And I was just like, oh, does anyone else want to acknowledge that? Or should I? Luckily it wasn't on me, but that was really embarrassing.
When it happens to you, do you wipe it off right away or kind of give it a second before you like wipe the person's spit off your face?
I pretend like I'm scratching. I'm like trying to get it off, but yeah, I don't want to make them embarrassed, but I like when they say it like, oh my God, I just spit on you. That's why I can wipe it off right away, you know?
All right.